And welcome, fans of Ibanez. We're looking at a 2025 model from the Ibanez called the S520AH. It's actually not that bad. S for slim, I guess. The numbers 520 is an hour after you had a joint. I don't know stuff. I don't smoke. And AH stands for antique heresy. I have no clue. Who gives a crap? It's what I would call the budget version of the Clio from PRS. Well, not really, but so okay. Before we get into anything, $699, pretty damn cool. Look at it, pretty damn cool. Now, Herman Lee from Dragon Force, massively cool player and cool guy, was an Ibanez artist and had his signature model, which really was an Ibanez S with some chunks bitten out. And really, Ibanez is, up until now, the only company that offers a super ergonomic, very lightweight, very, very, very slim guitar. I mean, look at this. It's extremely tenacious, right? It's a super ergonomic thing. I don't know why not a lot of other companies have picked up on that. Now, Herman left Ibanez for who knows reasons. And for years, gathered around, played some PRS as well. Now PRS has graced him with his own model. And people are bitching about it. People are saying, it's a ripoff of the Majesty. Look at the upper horn. How many shapes can you do for an upper horn? Shut your gob. But because it's so thin, you can't really put a jack on the side. Now, Ibanez traditionally fixed that with having it angled, goes into the electric cavity, which has to be on top of the guitar. And I'm not going to bitch about this on this guitar. I usually say, why isn't it recessed? Well, there just isn't enough thickness. I get it. So it goes in diagonally, like at the Harry Potter. And there you go. I don't like jacks on top of the guitar. I'm not the biggest fan, but it works. And then it actually goes into your strap and you're good. Now, what PRS decided to do, hey PRS, no offense, love you guys, but they gave it a boner. So they actually have a tube in the back, and in order to accommodate the cable, they had to give it a bulge on the front and the back. And it looks like an erect penis in some jeans. I think it's a lot of attention drawn to the design of the guitar by having...
Show it to one 13-year-old boy.
I mean, there would have been other ways to do this, okay? You could have done this, but in the back, talking about bonus, there were other ways to do this, PRS. Also, and I'm sure it's a good guitar, PRS just makes great stuff, period. There's no doubt about that. I'm sure it's a great guitar. But it's $7,000. And I have guitars for these prices. But a very thin rock metal guitar with a boner for $7K, I don't know. Also, it's got fluence. And fluence are very, very, very clear. They're very articulated. I don't want to say sterile, but fluence don't necessarily bring the highest quality out of a guitar. They are very transparent for high gain stuff. I get why it has it, but do you have to have fluence on such a very expensive guitar? I don't know. So, for those of you who want the feel of a very thin, ergonomic guitar, a similar feel to what Herman played back in the day, $699. Ibanez S520AH. Yes, I didn't have to look this time. My mind's sharp as a weasel. And we're doing unboxing. Okay, let's do some product shots with some only clean sounds. I know you're gonna whine about that, but go ahead and whine about that. So I've also prepared a Noodle Track where I'm just, plugging this into the Tube Workshop, Lulis amp, high gain, and have a go. It's fun. Watch it till the end, because I'm starting to wiggle the crap out of it with this trem. I'm going nuts. And then let's see how out of tune it is. It's a bit, but holy crap. So, $6.99, what does it get you? Well, not a gig bag or anything, but it gets you a swamp ash body. Beautiful access here. Love the color. It is a body only. It doesn't have a top. And it is 3 pieces. And usually I bitch about that because when you flip it around, you can see the 3 pieces very, very clearly. And maybe on some of these models, you can. It would bug me. I would send it back and ask for another one. On this one, you can, but it is more subtle. If you really look right there, there's a line, right? You can really see that right here is where one of the pieces is, but you have to dig in with your eyes. The next one is down here. So is it, it's right there. See, there's the line going through. But at first glance, nope. At first glance, there's enough grain everywhere. And it's actually a really cool look, this satin finish with the white binding. I'm not a binding fan. It makes total sense on this guitar. We have 24 frets. We got side dots, maple neck, nothing to write home about. We got a scarf joint for the angled headstock. That's what to expect in that price range. We have non-locking tuners. Boo, Ibanez, gonna deduct points for that. You knew that was coming. But Henning, it's got a blocking nut. String change convenience. It's a Wizard 3-neck, 648mm scale, nut with a 43 24 jumbo frets. It's got 2 quantum humbuckers. That's a cool word. It means absolutely nothing. We don't know what that means, but they're 2 humbuckers and they work. Got a 5-position switch, which is probably this one, and then something, and then these, and then something, and then, you know, the hollow in between Ibanez sounds. We all know them. We all love them. It's got the Edge 02 tremolo in Cosmo Black hardware, and the color is called Cosmic Blue Flat. Yeah, let's come up with fun words for blue. This edge thing is interesting because usually when you look at the little screws in the back, you can see how far they're out of the body, out of the body of the trem, and then you know, I'm gonna have to open this back up again because I don't have enough headroom anymore to adjust the tuning up or down. Yeah, sometimes it's all the way down. Well, here, the distance to the little metal piece here stays the same. It actually pushes the whole metal piece down, and it's very difficult to actually see, am I still having some headroom, or do I, before the gig, have to open this? Other than that, it's a good trem. It works, 3 springs. I mean, it's similar, other than that, to an Edge. However, it's not a pluggy, it's a screwy. Okay, it's got a big screw here. Compared to the Floyd, which I had on a few guitars, this doesn't open. You can use this beautifully, and the screw actually stays, this stays where it's supposed to stay, and the screw doesn't open. So, not that annoying. Now, on this, because they don't have the depth in the guitar, they traditionally put a plastic thing to elevate the switch. I had a Frank Gambale beautiful guitar in orange, sold it years ago, and it had the same thing. That's how Ibanez does it. What PRS did, because they fucking can, because it's $7,000. This is actually carved into the wood, so there's a little second bulge, like a mini penis. Sorry, PRS. We have to make fun of that. To accommodate that. So really, a lot of stuff taken from Ibanez's designs, minus the boner in the pants. Look, I'm sure it's a great guitar. There's only 200, and have I said it's $7,000? This is a tenth of it. Is it only a tenth as good? Doubt it. Is it as good as the PRS? Hell fucking no. I can say this without having played the PRS. All that being said, we're getting some sounds. Imperial, Tone King, in the front. Very balanced, beautiful top end. Nice smack. What did I do wrong? Yes, I played the A, which is a 4, with a sus4. But as the 4th degree, it should have a sharp 11. And you all, of course, heard that. There you can do a sus4. If you don't know that, almost but not quite complete guide to songwriting. SpectreAcademy.net. You learn that shit. In between number 1, I think you would call it position number 4. I call it 2 because I count backwards. I just learned something from Tyler Larson. Very thin, but very nice and spiky. Great funky shit. Funk's actually a lot less than that, but okay. We can already hear that's gonna rock! Friedman Plex. We're gonna kick that in. Very noisy. It almost has something single coilish. Marshall JCM 800. I mean, would you pump this into a Bombshell Overdrive, a Dumble-style amp from Amplified Nation? No, you wouldn't, but I would. Let's go Engel Founders Edition something thing or something. Look, folks, $6.99, solid guitar. I mean, what else am I going to say? Love the color. It's perfect for the people with a little bit of a back issue because not very heavy. Does it have... Not too much. I mean, you know, no, sits nice. No head dive. Love the side dots to the side, not middle. Nice. We don't need shark tooth inlays, Ibanez. That's too much. It's subtle, works for a whole bunch of styles visually. Would you play this in your blues lawyer band? Actually, you could, because I do feel the sounds are super clear and snappy and a bit reminiscent of a nice thick single coil in a way. You have clarity. It's a very clear guitar. Tuners, yeah, not the best thing in the world, but once you lock it down here, you're all good. They're also not shit. Would I put locking tuners on there? You bet I would. I like this. This is pretty damn stable, as you saw in the completely going crazy wiggle track. 5-position, typical Ibanez thing. One of the big benefits of this guitar, no boner. Also, you can still buy a car or buy groceries, pay off your mortgage if you get this. This is just nice. I like it. Clear sounds. Well done, Ibanez. The 25 lineup is shaping up to be a good lineup. Well, we're looking at more right now, so stay tuned. I'll put links below. Please use them. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. You know, supports the channel. I also have a new course out called Creative Guide to AI Music Production at spectreacademy.net. Check it out if you just want to have some fun. AI music is not cool. But if you start with AI music and then put yourself on it and learn how to change all the shit that AI messed up and actually play guitar on it and do what I do in my tracks, then you can have fun. And music's really about fun. That's what the course is, teaching you how to have fun with AI music and making it your own. I'll link below as well. Why not? And Anno's at the end.